In this video, I will show you a free and easy to follow TradingView script that will make you a ton of money long term. This strategy works perfectly well on crypto, forex and stocks, and it has a high accuracy. And to prove this, I will backtest it 100 times on Ethereum 5-minute and 4-hour chart with an initial account size set at $100 with 1 to 1.5 risk reward ratio. By the way, this strategy was recommended by one of you guys, so I thought I might as well review it and share the results with you. Okay, we're currently looking at the Ethereum USD 5-minute chart, and now let's go ahead and add our strategy. This script has a really fancy name. It's called Neural Network. This one by Unknown Unicorn. Okay, now we need to access its settings and change the style. The inputs will remain the same. In the style section, we'll remove everything that is unnecessary. Alright, so we see the chart became much cleaner. We see this strategy consists of 2 moving averages. The slower one is colored in blue and is designed to identify the longer term trend. The second moving average reacts to the price changes much faster, and it also changes color. This can be really useful to filter out bad signals. We can also see that this strategy includes a ribbon, and this thing can also help us identify the overall trend direction. And finally, we've got this buy and sell signals. To be honest, I do not quite understand the logic behind them. We see sometimes we're almost catching tops and bottoms, and sometimes we're just going with a trend. These signals can be extremely accurate in a combination with these baselines, but if we take a look at the strategy tester, we see that this strategy made a negative return on investment. We had 185 total closed trades, and the win rate is only 41.08%. But don't worry, this is not the real win rate for the strategy, and I'm going to show you why in a second. If we enable these trades on a chart back, we can see that the backtester is taking into account every single signal. And this is incorrect because, for example, sometimes we have signals to go long when the overall trend is bearish. So let's now get into the trading rules and I'll explain how to trade with this strategy. Okay, so for a short signal to be valid, we first need to have the price closed below the moving averages. The faster length moving average has to be below the slower length moving average, and it has to be colored in red. The trend ribbon also has to be colored in red, and we need to have a new short signal issued by the strategy. Obviously, this short signal will be issued after the second candlestick closed. We will place a sell order at the close of our trigger candlestick. Our stop loss can either be set at the recent swing high or at the faster length moving average. It really depends on the distance between your entry price and the recent highest price. If you believe the price is too far from the recent swing high, then you can place your stop loss at the moving average. Our take profit target will be set at 1.5 times the risk. Exactly opposite is true for long positions. So first we need to have the price closed above the moving averages. The faster length moving average has to be above the slower length moving average, and it has to be colored in blue. The trend ribbon has to be colored in blue as well, and we need to have a new long label printed below the price. We see all our conditions are met, and this is going to be our trigger candlestick. The buy order will be set at the close of our trigger candlestick. The stop loss can either be set at the recent swing low or at the faster length moving average. Our take profit target will be set at 1.5 times the risk. Also, I want to give you a couple more important examples where you wouldn't have taken a trade. For example, this short signal right here was not valid, and the reason for that is that this faster length moving average wasn't below the slower length moving average. So if you haven't got your conditions met, you do not wait for another candlestick for the indicators to catch up. This short signal was also not confirmed because this is our trigger candlestick and the price is actually closed above the faster length moving average. This short signal was also not confirmed because the faster length moving average was above the slower length moving average. The next longer entry was definitely confirmed, and this was actually a really good trade. Right away we can see that this strategy does not issue a lot of signals, and we kind of have to be patient and wait for the criteria to be met. But once you do get a valid entry, that signal will usually be successful. Obviously, we do not close a long position if we have a new short signal issued by the strategy while the trade is running. I also noticed that this strategy eliminates losses pretty well when the market is ranging. We see none of these signals were confirmed. This short signal was also not valid because the price just closed above the moving averages. Okay, I hope you have understood the rules for this strategy, so let's actually do our backtesting and see how well it performs in different market conditions. Okay, so on a 5-minute chart, the results are absolutely amazing. Our win rate is 66% and we increased our account size by 253.95%. The equity curve is definitely looking good. The profit factor for the strategy is 2.91 and we had 13 consecutive wins against 4 consecutive losses, which tells us that this strategy is working really well on a 5-minute time frame. Okay, now let's take a look at the results on a 4-hour chart. Okay, so on the 4-hour chart, the results are even better. Our win rate is 69% and we increased our account size by 310.94%. However, I must say I couldn't find those 100 setups on one cryptocurrency, so I had to test it on multiple cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Solana, Shiba, and Dogecoin. Even though the win rate is really high, I wouldn't recommend trading with this strategy on higher time frames because you have fewer signals. But if you have a large amount of money in your trading account and you don't want to be sitting in front of your computer all day, trading on a higher time frame could be a really good idea. The profit factor is 3.34 and we had 8 consecutive wins against 4 consecutive losses. By the way, there are alerts available for this strategy, you can turn them on in the input section. Okay traders, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to smash the like button, it really helps with the channel. And also if you want to see more strategies like this in the future, then feel free to subscribe to TradingView.